No.
Right, listen. Get this constable to talk to us. You've got no authority, but he has.
My jurisdiction.
See you later.
Gents, you have to listen to the dog officers. It is their ground. You are on private property.
There's no chance to say that, man. There's no
Right, listen. We are making our way out of this private property. Now you've made us aware. You've just made us aware that this is private property, okay? Now we know that. Listen, I'm talking. I am talking.
I am telling you to stand still.
Before we even dive into this chaos, let's set the stage. Two auditors approach a prison site, filming government-funded property to hold officials accountable. Seems harmless, right? Well, what starts as a straightforward audit quickly spirals into a heated back and forth with officers who can't decide whether they're enforcing law or flexing authority. Here, the core question is, where does lawful policing end and unlawful overreach begin? Watch carefully as the auditors, surprisingly calm under pressure, challenge every order thrown their way. And stay tuned, because by the end, we'll see accusations of trespassing, suspicion without proof, and officers pulling laws out of thin air just to justify detaining them. This is not just about filming, it's about rights, authority, and how thin the line really is when officers try to bend.
Safety, I want to go.
I'm telling
Stand
you.
still.
Get up, no.
Right.
No,
Which
stand
way have you
still.
come from, gents? Where have you walked to and from?
Listen, the only information that you're getting as a prison officer is the fact that I am now leaving. If this constable wants to talk to me, then I'll talk to him, okay? Not you.
Shut that man
Right,
up, man.
let's de-escalate it a little bit. Right, we are trespassing on private property. Now we've been made aware of that. Right. We are now leaving,
leave.
okay?
Right.
So
okay.
we are
I'm
not.
going to take your
You're not.
details.
You're not.
Right.
Okay,
gents.
under what act, what section
Right.
are you want?
Section 1 of PACE.
First of all, can you show us your warrant card?
Right. Hang on.
Because
You know what? I wouldn't even give you that attitude if he wasn't.
let's just de-escalate it. Okay, that's not your warrant.
Here's where things immediately go off the rails. The auditors are leaving, literally doing what the officer requested. But instead of de-escalating, the officer barks, "Stand still." That's not compliance, that's control. This isn't about safety, it's about ego. Notice how the auditor responds, calm, direct, and insisting on his right to leave. That's textbook de-escalation from the citizen, not the officer. Ask yourself, if someone is already leaving private property, why would an officer want to stop them? Is it genuine procedure, or just bait to escalate?
And you've showed me something that I do not believe to be a warrant card. Please put me in communication with your control room so I can verify your identity. That's a request. We will not move forward until you've done that.
Keep that dog on a lead, sir.
An H&H from 314.
You treat prisoners like that in there, you.
Yeah, I've got two males. They're asking for verification. They don't believe that the warrant card I've shown them is a valid warrant card. Could you confirm my identity on the radio, please?
Well, obviously you've walked.
So which way walk past? So which way walk past?
Listen.
Is that a German Shepherd?
Yes, I mean...
There's only one way in and one way out.
Two.
If you just confirm my name and rank and collar number, please, from police systems.
PC 314 Neil Reynolds.
Thank you. I will now...
What rank?
It's a PC.
Oh, PC.
Yeah,
oh.
it's Neil Reynolds. Are you based here?
Yes.
All right, so they have police based here then.
Yes.
Okay, well, Neil, now you've identified yourself.
Right, you happy?
Yeah, I am here. Right. We are YouTubers. We go around prisons and we access any publicly accessible area to check on the maintenance of the government-funded buildings that we all contribute to.
Okay.
We also highlight what we think is done wrong. Now, on this particular one, we've not found much apart from the behaviour that we've just witnessed there.
Hang on, sorry, pass again.
Yeah, PC 314 Neil Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm happy.
2 metres back.
Yeah, that's brilliant, thank you.
Right, I'm gonna
so,
stay back and I'm gonna let
I'll tell you what I know. You've been seen on CCTV going around staff cars.
Would you like me to tell you why?
Just a minute, just let me tell you from my side first.
Yeah,
Just a
okay,
minute.
let's hear him out.
Let me speak, please.
Okay, sorry, I do
because
apologise.
if you keep
I know,
interrupting,
because it was the way
Noted.
you
no, if you keep interrupting me,
Yeah.
you
Ian,
frustrate
sorry.
what I'm
Okay,
trying
can I
to
just-
do. So
can I-
please be
okay,
quiet.
Can I just explain now?
No,
let him finish,
please
mate.
be
Approach,
quiet. I'm asking you nicely, aren't I?
Go ahead. Sorry about
You're
that.
interrupting me.
Okay, come on then again.
Right, you've been
Neil.
seen on CCTV going near staff cars. You've then gone round the perimeter edge of the wall, which there is signage saying it's private property and it is an offence to do so. You have been out of CCTV. So at this minute...
This is a red flag moment. The officer flashes a badge, but when pressed, it doesn't look like a proper warrant card. Remember, in plain clothes, an officer carries the burden of proof to show who they are. That's not paranoia, that's accountability. Imagine if anyone could just whip out a shiny badge without verification. The auditor demands a radio check, and honestly, that's the smart move. This isn't about being difficult. It's about making sure the person giving orders actually has legal authority. Would you comply with someone who refuses to prove they're really
Going into this
So why
prison.
won't you go and check then?
Right, I can't do that straight away. So what I'm going to do, while that inquiry is ongoing, I require you to pass me your names and details so that should an offence come to light...
No.
No.
Hold on, let him finish.
Right. This is a way of doing it.
Yeah.
So that I've got contact details for yourself.
Okay.
Then that way...
Ain't happening.
Right, why not?
Now, because you're finished, right, we are both going to respond. So I'll let my colleague go first and then I'll go. Is that okay with yourself?
Yes, so you requested my...
Yeah. Now then, you mentioned that we went to vehicle registrations, okay? We always highlight illegal vehicle registrations. We expect prison staff to be at a higher standard than normal members of the public. So if I spot a vehicle that I believe is a prison staff vehicle and it's illegal in some way, and there are illegal number plates on this, I will always capture it for the footage because it makes interesting viewing by my viewers, okay? And if you're a police constable, you'll be asking me which vehicles are they, because I would like to know, right? But leave that there. We then walk around the perimeter on every video to have a look to see if there's anything being done wrong. Now, on this occasion, it hasn't. Now, it's all publicly accessible. We've not noticed any signs that you mention. Now, if you suspect me of a crime, then...
comes the "I don't know" clause. Classic suspicion theater. The officer flat out admits he has no evidence of wrongdoing, only that he doesn't know if drugs or contraband were thrown. That's not due process, that's fishing. In law, suspicion alone isn't enough. It has to be reasonable suspicion, specific, articulable facts that connect the person to a crime. Otherwise, it's intimidation dressed up as procedure. This is where officers often cross the line, replacing proof with vibes and hoping citizens just comply.
Majorly against the law. So we're not going to do that, are we? Yeah? Right. So if you're insinuating that I might have done that, that's because your CCTV cameras have got black spots. Let's call them black spots, yeah? Right. Now, that is something that maybe you could take on board and correct it, make it better for yourself. We are not here to do anything illegal. We are here to, like I've just said, highlight the good and the bad about our prisons, okay? Right. Now, we are not giving you any information. We are not going to give you our personal details because we don't have to, because you have not got enough reasonable grounds to suspect what you've just said.
Right. When it comes to requesting details...
You said section 1.
Just a minute.
Section 1 doesn't give you them grounds.
Just a minute.
Let's hear it.
Just a minute. Please let me speak, yeah? In relation to, you're right, for section 1, I need reasonable grounds to suspect that an offence has been committed, correct?
Clarity you rarely hear in tense situations. The auditor lays it out. If you suspect me of a crime, I'll comply. But until then, I don't owe you personal details. That's the heart of civil liberty, compliance with law, not compliance with attitude. And the officer is now on the defensive, because the auditor isn't dodging, he's defining the line. Audience, think about this. In your own encounters, would you be able to stand that firm without escalating? Or would the pressure push you into giving up rights you don't have
been seen on prison grounds out of the sight of the cameras? I can't help where the cameras don't see.
Yeah, I get it. So you've mentioned faces covered. Would you like me to explain that?
Yeah.
Okay, when we do our videos, we might get a reflection in a car window or your own front reception glass, or even your guys might get the phones out and take a photo of us. We don't want our image on our own video. Okay, so we cover our face to stop our own image being leaked.
Because in public, you've got to create your own privacy, and that's exactly what we want.
You've not got a camera on you right now. That's what I look like. I'm not trying to hide myself. Okay. I'm only hiding myself from my camera. All right. So everything that you've raised as a concern, I believe I've answered it sufficiently. Which will, if you then go ahead.
Right.
let me just explain. If you go ahead and use any of these, if you use section 1 of PACE, for example, I guarantee you now,
Can't take it
the chief
in.
constable will have.
The officer insists he only needs suspicion to demand details. Wrong. The law is crystal clear. Reasonable suspicion is the threshold, and that means evidence that can be articulated, not just a hunch. By dropping the word reasonable, he's essentially lowering the bar from legal grounds to gut feeling. And gut feeling isn't a lawful reason to detain anyone. This distinction is massive in court cases, because without reasonable suspicion, any detention becomes unlawful. That's where lawsuits get filed, and officers lose credibility.
Now you've made me aware that we're trespassing on private property. Well, it's not even private property, but if you want to go down that road, I'm leaving. I'll go.
Right.
I've inspected the building. I'm happy.
Right.
So
Okay.
there you go. That's my offer to you.
No, well, unfortunately, it's not an offer.
It is. I'm offering that to you.
Unfortunately for you,
yeah.
you
It-
suggest you think...
It won't look
taking it
good.
back.
It won't look good if the chief constable has to open his wallet up for a false, an unlawful detainment, let's say,
We've just
How will
both
it be
showed you our
unlawful?
identities.
because the reasonable grounds are not sufficient.
Right.
And you know they're not.
Right.
But that's your call.
For an arrest, all I need is a suspicion, not reasonable grounds.
No, you don't need
I
reasonable
need
suspicion.
Yeah, and you've heard our side of it, our explanation.
So that is your explanation.
Yep.
Does it make
Mine-
sense?
It does, but however, I still have that suspicion until the
It
check
makes
has come
sense,
back.
Guys, you just said on camera.
If you're telling me that
I can-
inside right now
right.
you're checking to see,
The officers there.
well, that's the first
checking,
I've heard of
got
it.
Staff
Brilliant, brilliant,
checking.
brilliant.
So I'm going to ask you two to remain here while that check
don't
takes
wanna remain.
place.
So-
Not looking back. Just a second. Let me.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, everyone wants to talk, don't they?
It's great. When we started to come out of the prison,
Yeah.
obviously we were aware that there are two males with face coverings going around the perimeter wall.
But overt, not covert, to be fair.
Right, hang on. Can you please stop interrupting?
Yeah, sorry, I do apologise, sorry.
Right. The police have been called.
Okay.
Actual officers in uniform, so you can verify who they are.
Yeah.
At the moment, checks are being conducted within the perimeter walls, which is obviously, it's a large perimeter. There is lots of spaces.
Yeah.
Those checks are being conducted by prison staff
Yeah.
to see if any articles have been thrown over.
Yeah.
While that check is being conducted, until I can ascertain whether an offence has been committed or not, I have a power to detain you until that check
Under
is
what?
complete.
So
Because
what
you
you
are not,
detaining me for?
that suspicion, to see if a section 40D offence has been committed
Okay.
of
Right.
Okay.
taking articles into, throwing articles
So
over a
just
wall
explain
into
what,
prison.
again, for the
Section
camera.
40D under the Prisons Act is conveying illicit articles under sections A, B or C
Right.
into prison.
And what
that's-
section A, B and C?
Right, there are a numerous list. I don't have them on me,
Okay.
but it's various things that are prohibited
Yeah, like
from
the
being in
phone and
prison.
drugs.
Let me just.
Phones, drugs,
Yeah.
various things like that.
Okay.
Until those checks have been completed, I have a lawful power to detain.
Comes the mic drop, detain unlawfully, and the chief constable will have to open his wallet. That's not a threat, that's a civil claim warning. The auditor knows the law, and he's setting the stakes. If they cross the line into unlawful detention, it's lawsuit territory. Notice the confidence. Calm delivery, no shouting, just facts. This isn't bluster, it's leverage. The auditors flipped the power dynamic. Instead of looking like troublemakers, they now look like the only ones reminding everyone what the law.
So we've heard there the constable who was identified through the radio. That's the first time I've ever done that, so that was nice to do as an exercise. But he's checking on the inside to see if any drugs have been thrown over, as we know they haven't. So here we can see now that the police have arrived.
Until that has happened.
Oh, and they're actually driving down as well. I'm just going to make my way to the uniformed officers. I'm making my way to the uniformed officers.
Excuse me, sir. Please wait there because I have asked you. The officers will come to you. Yeah.
You've not even given me a chance. Once you mentioned 40D and you're saying you're detaining us, 40D does not give you the power to detain somebody.
Why not? Why doesn't it?
Listen to what I'm saying. 40D gives you powers if you have reasonable suspicion or if you caught somebody conveying an illicit item beyond
So
your
I've
perimeter.
got, I've got
you've
suspicion.
Yeah, but
you've been out of sight of the
Okay,
CCTV.
if you wish to detain somebody, you need to think of a different power because 40D does not give you the power to detain a member of the public on the outside of the walls.
Right.
So, no, do you agree?
I don't know if something's been.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
I'm very
I
confident,
don't.
but I do.
Until that check has been completed.
Use another section. Use another section.
No, Sarge, you're right.
We're just trying to get to the bottom of this, right? No,
If
your
you
view
just give
section
me a
40D.
moment- If you just give me a moment, I need to brief the sergeant.
Be truthful. Okay, honest is the.
This exchange, the situation is clear. Officers leaned on suspicion, blurred the line between lawful authority and overreach, and tried to hold citizens without articulating a crime. Meanwhile, the auditors held their ground with composure, demanding accountability and refusing to give up rights they didn't legally owe. The bigger lesson here: authority without accountability is dangerous. If suspicion alone is treated as enough, then everyone's freedom is at risk. Oh, what do you think? Were the auditors standing firm for rights, or pushing too far against officers doing their job? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear how you would have handled it.
Then tell them that you're recording, because it is very likely that they're going to pick up on it. So, all right.
Just so you're aware, though, that's not Nottinghamshire.
Oh, okay. I've showed you. Do you want to show Leicestershire, Nottinghamshire share the same policy.
That's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Then
Now-
if I apologise.
Yeah, all it means,
recording.
it won't capture us doing it wrong anyway, but if it did, it couldn't be used in court because you didn't tell me. And you got a 30-second buffer before when you press the button. So it's all in our favour, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, today,
I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong at all.
do you want to ask me a question about what's happening today or not?
Yeah, I mean, what is happening today?
So we're here, as I said to you, we're content creators. We go around prisons with a camera and we have a look around and we comment on good things and bad things, and we compare prisons that we've been to previously. Okay. We also take a drone up in the non-restricted space. So just down there where the flight restriction zone ends, that's where you're allowed to take your drone up. And when it goes up to the maximum height allowed, you can get a nice shot into the prison and use our zoom. Yeah. And these videos make very interesting viewing by our viewers.